I'm Charlotte, and I used to sing like this. Woo!
Yeah.
And then I did a bit of.
Yeah, no, you don't need to do that.
No, I don't
You're
think
just
so, because
Charlotte.
they'll just be like, she's mental! Cool, do you play the flute? When I started singing, you should have heard the sounds I made.
I first encountered Charlotte through an email that plopped into my inbox. I think it was about 10:30 at night. It was sort of unbelievably frank, very stream of consciousness. And I thought it was probably a scam of some kind.
I've asked you to come here today because I'm going to try and set up a school.
Then I'd read it again, and there was enough that kind of rang true.
A lot of the time, adults make all of the decisions. So you go home and adults are making the decisions. You go to school and adults are making the decisions. I just want to know what you guys think.
Then I thought, this is extraordinarily open and interesting.
So it's all about using our imaginations to think what a school could be. There's no right answers and there's no wrong answers, so we're just going to explore.
Someone from without the system trying to create something that was a quantum jump away from an existing school.
What's something that you love doing outside of school that would make school so much better if you could do it in school?
When we ask children questions about their education and their school environment, they say amazing things.
A pathway going through the school to our forest. We have our ICT room with our telescope and computers on top, and we have a rope over to the indoor cooking area with a diving board to the pool.
Their opinions and what they have to offer are sometimes not only valid and practical.
Instead of closing the school down on a snow day, they'd take you out into a hilly area and you'd go sledging.
But also so imaginative.
The school I would like to go to would teach you all different languages that you would like, and if you learnt a whole paragraph of whatever language you learnt, you get a pool party, and if you learnt a new stroke in the pool party, you get to go to the woods.
Little humans are really amazing.
When I have children, the school I want them to go to would be a creative school where you can get educated and you could be happy.
Education has become a little bit like battery egg farming. We stick our kids in these little cages and we force feed them with information and classify our young people rather than actually have a process of education which enables them to understand that the world is their oyster.
So the big idea. I would like to set up an autonomous, free-to-attend democratic school. This, with your help, is how we're going to do it. This September, around 30 10 to 12-year-olds will start working out of a temporary structure. A refurbished shipping container, a yurt, or even a double-decker bus, whilst they design and build their very own school.
Children and young people are often far more capable than we could ever imagine. We believe you can support young people to do creative, amazing stuff. Building a school from scratch is absolutely possible.
There would be zip wires and slides going to each lesson. You could do art up a tree.
Using traditional and sustainable methods of construction, the children will be physically building their ideal learning environments whilst pursuing their academic interests. They will learn to collaborate and work with their hands, which will give them a sense of their own capability and ownership over their learning environment, and by extension, their education.
If you ask 10 and 11-year-olds, you'll get everything from it should have a science lab through to a chocolate factory, because they're just being playful. They're also talking about we need to make sure that we educate against discrimination and sexism. That goes in the same breath as a chocolate fountain.
But it doesn't end there. Each new generation of students will rebuild parts of the school to suit the changing models of sustainability, new developments in technology, as well as their own preferences and needs. This constant evolution means our school can respond rapidly and reform itself to meet the challenges of an unpredictable future.
Quite frankly, adults have, got very many things wrong. How are our young people going to help us to tackle climate change? How are they going to respond to automation? How are they going to respond to the big kind of healthcare challenges in the future? We need to look to our young people for better ideas and better solutions.
The kids, with the help of professionals from the worlds of art, science and business, will be setting up entrepreneurs, businesses that could be anything, from a toy shop selling toys designed by kids for kids, to a cafe and farm shop using produce grown on site, or even an outdoor cinema. These enterprises would operate from the school and would eventually fund the running of it.
Giving kids real stuff to do, stuff that matters, challenging stuff, collaborative stuff. You don't need much more than that to get enthusiasm, to get kids to bring back their intelligence to school.
Focusing on passion-based creative learning, skills development, and each person's individual needs, we will establish a culture of learning and self-discovery, creating an educational ecosystem with enough room and dexterity to adapt and grow.
School really is a little microcosm of wider society, and at the moment we're sort of modelling learning and children's environment on wider society, when actually it should be much more about innovation and about the society we want to create.
Very little around the world has the right to call itself 21st century education. There is a moment coming where people will say, not only not good enough, but not nearly good enough.
The idea of turning around the education system is huge. It seems like such a mountain to climb. But I think if we start thinking about it as a project with the children that we're teaching, that actually this can be a vital part of their education, is to co-construct their learning environments, co-construct curriculums.
If we tried to do these things, and we're a bit brave, and you'd have to have a group of parents that were prepared to go along with that, we could have a really brilliant project for all teachers to go, that's the bit that applies to us, we're going to do that differently, and that's going to have an impact on the whole of the next generation of young people.